Well, just very happy to be here back in Dubai amongst so many of you all who I meet quite often. So hello to everybody. Thank you so much for coming here, making the time. Dubai is usually the first place where all our films release. So it's always exciting to see how people respond here. It always gives you a reflection into whether people are liking the film, are they loving the film, or do you need to pack your bags and go for a long holiday. So very happy to be here. Today evening, our film, Teri Meri Kahaani, which is releasing all over the world on the 22nd of June, will be premiering here. We're very happy to be here and looking forward to what people think about the film. Like Kunal said, it's thrice upon a love story. It's a very interesting, new, fresh concept where you have 3 love stories instead of 1. It's a 2-hour film, and in 40 minutes we need to tell 1 story each. It's a young, fun, refreshing, entertaining take at various lives between 2 people who are considered soulmates. So all those who believe in love and believe that whoever you're with, you are meant to be with, should be able to connect with the film. And beyond that, I'm really looking forward to questions from the media here. Thank you. Well, to begin with, probably the only similarity between Mausam and this film is that both are love stories. The genre of this film is a romantic comedy. It's a much lighter, breezier, funner, easier film. Mausam was a lot more intense and a lot more dramatic. Secondly, Mausam was about 4 seasons in a lifespan of 10 years of 2 people, starting from them being 18, going up to them being 28, 29, where I played an Air Force officer, and Sonam played a Kashmiri girl. This film is very different from that in terms of, I think time and love are 2 factors which exist in any love story. In terms of concept, this film is 3 different eras. So we're actually playing a triple role. Both me and Priyanka are playing 3 different people. So I would think that in every possible way this film is very different from Mausam. Why else would I be doing it immediately after Mausam? And I had signed the film and started shooting for it before Mausam released. So I found it very different and very novel. And honestly, I was not looking forward to doing another love story after Mausam. I wanted to do something different. But this concept was so fresh that I couldn't say no. I was really excited about it. Well, as far as 2012 is concerned, where I play Krish and Priyanka plays Radha, it was very similar to probably how I am myself. It's the closest to how I am myself. I relate to that very much. The kind of romance and the kind of love that we've shown, I think, is very today and very regular. I mean, it's basically about 2 people who bump into each other and end up spending a night together, partying together. That's why the song Mukhtasar Mulaqat, because Mukhtasar literally means brief. 1960s is a space which I think Kunal pioneers in as far as knowledge is concerned. He loves films of that time. The rock and roll era, the golden age, the time of Shami Saab, Dev Saab, Dilip Saab. Some of the most entertaining films like Tisri Manzil were made in that time, which is one of my favorite films. And we wanted to have our take on that time. And so it's the story of a struggling musician who's coming to Bombay to try and find a job, who bumps into a huge superstar who's traveling by a first-class compartment in a train, because at that time actors used to travel by train. And the entire compartment is booked only for her, and he enters it by mistake, and she's very upset that how could he have intruded into her privacy, and he obviously refuses to leave because he doesn't really recognize her. And then how a relationship starts between this really regular, common, simple guy and this superstar. And then there's my favorite time period, which is 1910, which has no reference because I doubt anybody who was alive in 1910 is still around. So it was pretty much up to Kunal's imagination, which I must say is very fertile, because the most misbehaved, the most flirtatious, and the most naughty character out of the 3, which is Javed Qadri, which I play, has been conceptualized by Kunal in 1910. He's probably more forward than both the characters in 1960 and 2012.
And I think, you know, the fun about 1910 was almost every film, in fact every film, not almost, every film set in pre-independence India has always seen people in khadi clothes and either white or khaki colored, and that's it. And I was like, where's the color? Why is there no color? I mean, we're a very colorful country, and even if you just use natural fabrics and natural dyes, there's a lot of color that was always there in India, in every state. And I was like, where's the romance? And where's that light falling? Okay. Okay. So I was like, where's the romance? Where's the color of that time period? So that's why I created this character and this whole milieu there.
In fact, that's what I found the most interesting about when Kunal came and narrated it to me, that he's not trying to deliberately or forcefully connect these three stories. We just want you to see 3 different stories and enjoy them. and beautifully, without really having to do too much, they seem to connect quite seamlessly, and basically because you're talking about the same two people in love. It's not a dramatic film, it's not an emotional film like I've been saying for a while now. It's a rom-com, it's a romantic comedy, it's in the genre of an entertainer, a caper, a light film, a breezy film.
نحن متواجدين وياكم في فندق ريتز كارلتون عشان نستضيف كل من اكيد وسيم واللي كثير من المعجبات عنده شاهد كابور والمخرج لتيري ميري كهاني كونال كولي. Hello.
I like the way you said Kunal Kohli.
and I'm guessing that something was director. Was it?
What was it?
What was
مخرج.
Mukhrij.
مخرج. It means director.
That's all?
Just born with the gift.
Okay.
So, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you so much.
And many congrats for Teri Meri Kahaani.
Thank you.
I feel I'm on stage, because this mic is. I feel like I'm on stage and I need to speak very loudly to people who are very far away.
Very far away. Hello there, can you hear us?
Just be relaxed,
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about Teri Meri Kahaani.
Kunal, please.
Teri Meri Kahaani is a love story set in 3 different eras. That's why we say thrice upon a love story. And it is not about reincarnation. It is not about a mahal or a palace and somebody says, I saw you 200 years back and I remember you. You were the one. That is not happening. It is just when someone sees somebody and they connect instantly and romance happens. Mukhtasar mulaqat.
مختصر ملخص, same as Arabic.
Same as Arabic, okay. So Mukhtasar mulaqat. Yes, there's one entire brief. Yep, absolutely. Thank God we don't have to explain to people.
Yeah.
Because your Urdu is very good. And there's one entire story which is with shairi, with Urdu shairi. So it is very interesting.
Poetry.
Poetry.
Sha'r.
Sha'r.
Yeah.
Sha'r. Poetry. So that's very interesting. And I'm sure people in this part of the world will like that chapter as that story as well. And they will like all the other stories because they're very modern and contemporary and they like romance. You like romance?
Yeah, I do. Of
Okay.
course, sure.
So
So since we're talking about shari and romance and love, pyar, so 3 love stories, I suppose, or 4 love stories?
3.
3 love stories with the beautiful actress Priyanka Chopra. How was it?
Well, I think Priyanka is a fantastic actor, and I'm so happy that we took her in the film, and Kunal wanted her in the film. She was his first choice. She thought that there's nobody else who can perform 3 different roles better, and because it's a very challenging film and it's like a
She's a
triple
good
role.
actress.
Yes,
no doubt.
absolutely, absolutely, she is. She's a national award winner as well, so obviously it's been endorsed by the country. Nobody can argue with it now. So I think she's very good in the film, and it's wonderful that it's always good when you're working with an actor who's so talented and they keep you on your toes, and Priyanka definitely does that. And I think she's perfect for the film, so I'm so happy she came onto the film, and we had a lot of fun making it.
Yeah, and I think that this is your second time paired.
Yes, we worked in Convenient together 3 years back, and we just
now
had about
Teri
8
Meri
scenes to do in that film, and we have about 80 in this film. 80, 70? Yeah, 10 times.
10 times
10
more.
times the number of work, and also that was not a film which was a love story essentially. So, but people really liked us together there. So I'm looking forward to see how people respond now, because the whole film pretty much is about me and her.
Okay, so it's from 1910 till 2012.
No, it's actually not from 1910 till 2012. It's 3 different episodes. One happens in 2012. Each story is, I would say, 1910
Different
is,
eras, different.
Yes, different eras, but it happens over a few days. So it's not as if the entire film moves from one time period to another. It's very episodic in its nature. It's a 2-hour film, and it has 3 stories to tell, 40 minutes to tell each story. And each story moves really fast within that space, because we need to have a beginning, middle and end in 40 minutes. Usually, it takes 2.5 hours to tell an entire story. But that's what's really exciting. I think it's very new and it's very fresh. It keeps the film moving. It's a very breezy, light film. And it has 3 different flavors to offer, because 2012 is very contemporary and today. 1960s is the rock and roll era, the golden age of Indian cinema. So we've tried to have a takeoff on that, because some of my favorite films, Kunal loves that era, and some of my favorite films of Shammi Saab, like Tisri Manzil, were also from that time. We even have a song called Uff, which is our little dedication to, Yahoo or Suku Suku, which were words which were very famous in that time. And then there's 1910, which is completely Kunal's imagination, because there's nobody alive right now who was alive in 1910.
I think this part of the film is very important and very interesting because it's something different.
Yes.
The Muslim Shairi guy. And
Yes, he's my most favorite character yet. I think every guy would want to be Javed because he lives in an ideal scenario. He doesn't do any work. He bums around the whole day in the village square and enjoys life.
Okay.
He says shairi to pretty young girls,
Okay.
and all of them seem to really like it and concede.
मतलब
So
ये
it's an ideal.
बहुत turkey है. When it comes to not shairi, but I think also it's something poetry, music.
Yes. Music is a very important part of our Hindi films, and I think our music is loved all over, especially here in the UAE. Our Hindi film songs are very popular, and which is why, I mean, the music of our film is doing very well, and Prasun Joshi has written the lyrics, Sajid Wajid have done the music, and we've used very nice words like Mukhtasar Mulaqat.
Your favorite track?
Even Allah
His
Jane,
favorite track.
I think
Your
Allah
favorite
Jane.
track?
Allah Jane.
There's a song called
Allah
Allah
Jane,
Jane,
yeah.
which has some beautiful lyrics. It says, मेरे दिल पे फतेह लहराने, मेरी रूह को भिगाने, ये नूर कहाँ से आया, इस बात को अल्लाह जाने, which I think is beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Did you understand it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Be
would.
nice to her because she'll start speaking in Arabic and we'll have no idea.
Then
what
we'll
she's
have no
saying.
idea what she's saying.
Okay, I would love to chit chat with you more and more, but I think there are million of guys there waiting there. So let's just close this interview, beautiful interview. And Shahid, I think you have a lot of fans, mashallah, they're waiting for you to say, تابعوني على زي أفلام شاهد كبور.
تابعوني على زي أفلام شاهد كبور. We've been touring the entire country, and we've been also touring abroad, and I must thank each and every one of you all who's come out there to support us and show us your love, because it's the most unbelievable feeling when you meet people who love you and are there just to meet you and interact with you. So I'd like to thank everybody out there for their undying support and love. And I always say this, and I always will say this, that I am whoever I am because of your love. So thank you so much for that.